Um, Dead people in a cave, I guess. Welcome to I Hope You Suffer.
Cave people dead.
I was gonna start it with Tenacious D lyrics for no reason, but oh well. Everybody's missing out on me singing Tenacious D.
Darn.
It's a Christmas miracle. This is episode 184 of I Hope You Suffer. I'm tired.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm also tired,
I'm
specifically of
I'm
the holidays.
Oh God.
I'm tired as well.
We should we should probably just get rid of this whole holiday thing.
Agreed.
Happy
Um,
Honda days to everyone who
it's
celebrates.
Merry Heatmas. Everybody should watch Heat. Go watch Heat.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, just turn us off. But go watch Heat.
Everything I know is car related. I was gonna say happy Toyota-thon.
What's wrong with you?
I'm I don't care about and I'm not sponsored by cars. So do whatever you want.
Now I just want to wait it to release this episode till like Sunday. So, we are talking about episode 10, the season finale of Syfy's Day of the Dead,
Oh my God.
entitled "A Choke on 'Em."
Hey, stop it.
Final that stray cat follow you.
No, it's my own cat this time.
Katie's talking to the show.
Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. Hey, stop it. Well, they did stop it, I guess, right? It's not been renewed or anything.
Not that I've seen, but I've also been avoiding as much of any of my timelines as possible until like March when I can see
Oh,
fucking Spider-Man. So
I, oh my God. I
no, shut up. Don't even start.
okay. Well, I just want to say that, like, anyone who listened to our, like, Christmas episode that came out where we talked about Marvel for, like, half an hour at the end, and I was talking about how if I saw a single Spider-Man spoiler, I was gonna, like, lose my absolute shit. And I'm not gonna say what the thing was, but we're, like, walking out of the house, and I'm like, okay, see ya, we're gonna go see Spider-Man. And my brother-in-law was like, said something about, I don't know. And then my own husband said a spoiler of a thing that I didn't know. And then he was like, I'm sorry, it was in the trailer. And I was like, I had this conversation with you where I said I didn't watch any of the trailers. My own husband. And then he actually felt really bad about it. And it actually wasn't really a super huge spoiler, but like it was still a thing I didn't know. But um happy to report I saw it, didn't see any spoilers, and um it was 2.5 hours of like me crying basically.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. We get it. You saw Spider-Man.
I did.
I'm mad at you. So this
Anyways, this is
episode
not about Spider-Man. Sorry.
was okay. So here's my issue. I like this episode a lot, but it also
Hmm.
felt like everything in it was too little. Like it didn't feel earned. Like any
Yes.
of the ending because they spent 9 episodes just meandering around, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we gotta wrap this shit up." And I was
Yeah.
just like, "Okay, well, like there's cool shit in this, but also like I don't know, you guys wrap this up real fucking quick."
Yeah. It, I I personally like still liked it, I guess. It didn't, to me, it didn't feel not earned, but it did feel like a little bit rushed. It was kind of like, or it didn't feel like gratifying to me
Yeah,
at
their
all.
plan was also pretty fucking lazy and dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I will just trap him in a cave. No one will go into this cave ever again.
Remember how this
Nailed it.
whole thing started because somebody trapped him in a cave and thought nobody would find it? Also, I mean, they did kind of address, like, I just feel like here, wait, Kit, how do you feel before I get into more thoughts?
Completely ambivalent. I'm
Okay.
happy it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
I
can,
mean, we'll get to like kind of overall thoughts, I guess, like at the end. But like, I'll watch a second season. It won't be week to week. I'll wait till it's done. But like, I didn't like. I didn't hate it. I liked it overall. It just like, I don't know. Like I said, every week it spent so long doing nothing that by the time you got to the last couple episodes, they're just like, oh, I guess we should, I don't know, figure out something to do for the
wrap
end
it
of
up.
this, and just kind of like they're just like, oh yeah, all of a sudden let's just end this. And it's just over. You know,
Yeah.
like they didn't. I don't know. It felt
There
like
there was an end, but it didn't feel resolved at all. And also, I have some more questions, which I don't feel like if you're not set up already for like a season two, I don't appreciate you bringing up more questions in a season, in a quote unquote series finale. Like, first of
I
all,
mean, most shows just like assume they're gonna keep going, and that's just what happens.
yeah. So, first of all, I don't care about Trent to begin with at all. I think he's terrible. I think he's a shitty character. We already talked about that. But the fact that they opened this episode with like, okay, see ya, drive to Carbondale or whatever. He's like not in it at all. They're just like, oh, I told him to drive to Carbondale. For what?
Just getting
Like,
they were clearing out the town. They were just I think they were just using that as like the
who,
excuse of he's not here.
who though? Like, he was the only person from like the group. I guess were they trying to like insinuate that there was other people at the facility? Like, I don't remember seeing other people if there were.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Um,
feel like this whole season has been like it's like you came back from like a commercial break that you didn't see. Like, you know, like I feel like
yeah.
shit will like happen and they'll just like throw out a line to be like, yeah, this just explains it.
Yeah. So also, we were talking about how the Cleargenics doctor lady just like disappeared for half of the season. Well, surprise, she's back, and the twist, it's not a twist. The final reveal for her is like that her daughter is in a coma, I guess, and they're gonna like let her go. And so she's been trying to do all of this stuff to like cure her daughter. And I gotta say, like, fine. That's fine. I don't care. That obvious, like,
But
what
it's
else do you
also
expect?
like I,
It makes no
like there
sense
was no
because,
unless like there was something I forgot in the last 10 weeks of them mentioning it, like there was no setup. It was just like all of a sudden like, oh yeah, she has a daughter, and I guess she's gonna inject her with whatever, you know.
like, no, they didn't even like, okay, she had that whole like speech when she was talking to McDermott about how like this could be the cure for death and blah blah blah, but there was never to me any like, I thought she was just like a doctor who wanted to do stuff, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there was no like inkling of like a behind the scenes reason. I also did not give a shit at all what her reasons were because she was stupid and annoying. But like, the whole, obviously this is the last episode, so spoiler alert if you didn't watch it yet, but like the very 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 end of the episode almost sort of in some ways like makes everything that I liked about the series kind of dampened a little bit because it was so stupid, like, and predictable. Like, essentially she leaves the hospital thinking that her daughter is just like dead, right? But then she gets like kidnapped by who knows who. We don't know. And then her daughter like sits up and is like, "Ah, I'm a zombie." And I was like, "Okay, yeah." And
Like
she didn't look great.
that didn't bother me because like I get it. They're setting up for whatever season 2. Like I assumed some shit like that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Um that was whatever. Like the stuff with McDermott as Bub was strange.
Yeah,
Like
so what's he gonna, do we have just like a Shaun of the Dead
Yeah,
situation?
that's
He's
what I
just gonna
figured.
like, yeah,
I mean, but I don't know. Like, I also get it because it's like the two things really that they did pretty much the whole season that like actually tied into the movie is Bub, which I'm assuming will just mean if they go into another season, it'll be Cam trying to figure out how to like either just
cure him or
live with him or
something.
cure him, which is,
Yeah,
whatever. And then Rhodes getting ripped in half, screaming choke on him, which whipped ass.
that was pretty good. I have to say that like I feel like the part earlier when they I was like, wow, they really like skimped on the effects for this episode because I literally saw some guy that had like a full-on zombie face and like his hands were normal. And I was like, I don't know about that. And then there's like a,
I feel like
when they've got
more than likely that was just some dude probably was getting makeup done and then just wandered off. Because
maybe,
I can't imagine how it's got to be so difficult when you have like the amount of zombies that were in this episode,
yeah.
like
I mean,
keeping track of
yeah.
that shit. So that stuff like
But
that. But like, oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, like, I also like the scene where they are have that like good riddance to that fucking construction worker guy. When
Yeah,
they
that's
have him
Rhodes.
like chained on the like tow truck or whatever, and they're just like using him as bait. And Lauren and Cam are on the back, and she's like hitting people with shovels. Like that CG didn't look great, and I was like, they really, like, really, really every like. I feel like the graphic, like the zombie makeup is good, right? It's fine, but I feel like they really used their like budget for really cool effects and kills, like in the beginning, and then as it went on, it was like less and less, except for the thing that happened with Rhodes, I thought was still like pretty good.
Well,
I was like,
I,
okay, well, when they
I
like peeled his like stomach skin off, I was like, ooh.
have you seen the George Romero Day of the Dead?
Yeah, but I don't know that I could say I remember
It
anything
just
from it.
that like that, you know, sort of that scene is like in that like the guy that gets like ripped in half and like just yells choke on him at the
The
zombies
zombies.
because that guy's the guy in the movie is like his character's name is Captain Rhodes, like he's like the a captain in whatever the military is in that movie. And
Oh,
so
okay.
like the minute they had him chained up and then I saw like the episode title, I think we talked about like the last episode we recorded for this. I was like, all right, well, that dude's definitely getting ripped in half. And like so that was cool. And like I think the zombies actually looked like the best, at least face makeup wise, they have the whole season in this. And
Yeah,
then
except for the little girl. I
I
don't know.
honestly like that. Like as soon as they like started like zooming in on like the covers and like, that was pretty much obvious what was gonna happen when it
Hmm.
didn't work and she was leaving. I'm like, all right, well obviously she's gonna turn like after she's gone. I kind of
Right.
stopped paying attention because I was like, all right, I know this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
The other thing, like, because this is the thing, is the first half of this episode, I was like, this fucking rules. Because it was just all, like, action shit. Like, their plans in motion, shit's going on. Like, they get back to Paymart. Amy's just fucking chainsawing fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool. And then it, like, once they, like, came up with the plan and got to, like, the cave or whatever, I was like, this is dumb. I don't like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it just was kind of anticlimactic to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, like, why didn't Jay turn into a zombie? Are they trying to say that like only people who drank water that day turn into zombies?
I mean, I don't know. The water thing I don't get because like they made a point of showing Jay get sprayed by that sprinkler when he's running in the first episode, which is what
Yeah,
made me. But also like who knows? Like they just left his body out. Maybe he's a zombie in
I
the next
know.
episode or the next season if they come back. Like
Yeah, because then also, of course, my big thing is Lauren. She wasn't
Yeah, she's like,
tied up at
well, she
all.
was like feeling her shoulder and shit too, like the last like shot or whatever they show of her.
Yeah.
So they really didn't resolve anything and just left it like everything out in the open for another season.
Yeah.
All they did is they were just like, well, Rhodes is dead.
Yeah, we'll kill the asshole. We'll yeah, kill him and then kill not well, the doctor's not killed, but she's captured, so who knows what
Uh,
that's about.
I say, don't do another season. Take that money and just release the Blitz Berlin score on vinyl. Because the
Yeah.
score to this whips ass. Like,
Very, very good.
and
Um,
then just
what?
whatever money's left over, give Steven Kostansky. Let him do a full show of something.
Well, I feel
Manborg,
like
the TV show.
Biocop.
Yeah, oh,
I was gonna say
Biocop, the TV.
Biocop for sure.
I would watch a
Um,
weekly show of Biocop.
Yes,
It'd
absolutely.
be so awesome.
daily show of Biocop.
I don't know. That's
Like
too
new
much.
episode every day. No, it's not.
I already live the life
Um,
of Biocop of just feeling like I'm melting and ready to die. I don't need to watch that on every day.
what would you guys give the series the season like out of 10 overall?
Um, I don't know, like a 6. I enjoyed it. Like I didn't have any problems. It was just kind of frustrating as you moved along, but like it would be like there'd be an episode where it'd be like this is real boring, and then there'd be an episode like the next episode of like okay this is cool and like recaptured by my interest. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was fine.
What do you think, Kit?
Yeah, like a 5. Like I felt very indifferent towards most everything that happened in it. It was just like, yeah, okay,
It just
whatever.
kind of had cool
There,
like special
yeah,
effects for the most part.
yeah. There were some good bits, uh, and all of the zombie effects were great. But
Mm.
uh, if we weren't doing this weekly, I would have given up probably 3 or 4 episodes back. I think.
Yeah,
I'm just
I feel like I would have watched the first episode or maybe like the Kostansky episodes
yeah.
Yeah.
and then been like I'll just catch up with this when it hits, Hulu or fucking whatever.
The
Yeah,
Hulu.
the Hulu. I think for me, I also am feeling a 6. Because like I said, I don't know. Like I never would have, even though I love Steven and his work, of course, a true king. If we weren't gonna do it for the podcast, like I never even would have started watching it because I'm just like not. I don't care about zombies like at all, like I said. But like that being said, I liked this a lot better than I expected to. Like not surprised I liked it more than Kit, but like I am a little surprised just because of, what I said. I feel like for me personally, like the first 4-ish episodes, like especially the first 3 episodes, I thought were really good. And I really liked like the momentum they had behind it. And like I liked a lot of the ideas. Some of the kills were like super, super cool. I just felt like, the season didn't stay super strong for me. Um, but yeah, music was super cool, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing is like there was enough pluses in it for me that like I don't like regret
Yeah,
watching
no,
it,
I don't
like
either.
it I I'd be really curious to know how much like COVID affected maybe
Yeah,
what their plans were.
yeah, that's a good
Because
point.
I know like there was like a bunch of shows that were filming as the pandemic hit or like were getting ready to start filming that like so much shit changed, like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, like the entire plot as they started filming, like I think, well, we'll say like January 2020 or whatever, and the plot was revolving around somebody releasing a deadly virus into the fucking
Ooh,
like into the world, and they were like, well, we should
Yeah.
probably step back and do something different. And so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I would be curious if to like maybe like what their script and plans were like before it started going into like pre-production and like shooting and all that, because I wonder how much I wonder if there was like more shit, cuz like even things like The Walking Dead, like I haven't watched The Walking Dead in like, I don't know, 6 years or whatever. I watched up until Negan showed up, and then I was like, all right, whatever.
I didn't even make it that far.
Well, I that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Like, but like The Walking Dead will still have the, like, you know, at least from like up at that point, like big fucking scenes of like just massive crowd of people in zombie makeup, right? And I
Yeah.
feel like this show, like at any given time, they'd be like, "Oh wow, there's this huge horde coming," and it'd be like 20 people at the most,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
I did
which makes
think,
sense. Like that's not something I hold against them. Like I get it, you know, like it's just the different world we're in now. You can't do like a Zack Snyder zombie movie where there's fucking 800 people in zombie makeup.
yeah, that's a good point because like when they were like leading the group of zombies into like I get it's a number one, I understand it's a small town. Number two, I understand that a lot of people have died. Um, but like they would have come back as zombies. But anyways, they're a little like their last like major group was like extremely small, and then when they let everyone into the cave, then they're like, "Yay, we got him!" And I was like, "There's absolutely no way you got all of the zombies." And then Sarah was like, "Well, any ones that are left, like someone could take care of them easily." And I was like, "I don't know. I still feel like there'd be a hell of a lot more zombies than that." So I didn't. I mean, what you're saying makes perfect sense, and I get it, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe there was a better way. Maybe that I don't know. I just don't know.
I'm
They
gonna.
should have just nuked them like you said.
It would have been awesome. It would have been so sick if the end of this season was just the whole town gets like wiped off the face of the planet.
I mean, yeah, that would have gotten, they could have avoided showing that they only had like 10 people.
Or they just turn everybody into zombies, and the second season is just like a family sitcom, but they're all zombies, so there's like no talking. They're
Yeah.
just walking around stumbling into shit. I'll watch a whole season of zombies not doing shit. I'm just thought I'd be quiet.
Sorry. I had an intruder situation.
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody broke in. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you know, it was
Yeah.
fine. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Give Steven Kostansky an entire show. Just let him figure out what he wants to make. Give him the money.
Yeah.
Also, president of Syfy, I know you're listening. Let us watch shit early. Give us fucking
honestly.
screeners.
Yeah.
Also, fix your app.
Yeah.
Because I hate it. It
That's true.
crashed my Apple TV earlier trying to watch this episode.
I've never.
I had to
I
watch everything on YouTube.
I watch them on like like the Syfy app on my phone, and it's not great. Also,
Yeah.
8 commercials in between scenes.
Unbelievable.
What the fuck are you even doing?
Agree.
Yeah. We go back to our regular schedule of 1 episode a week.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna release this tonight, so I don't know if you listen to this when it drops. Happy Heat Miss.
Woo. Happy Honda days.
Watch.
Hope you got to eat a lot of good food, if nothing else.
Go ahead and gather your family around the TV, and just watch the shootout scene in the middle of LA,
Yeah.
and just let everybody in your family know that Michael Mann mic'd the whole fucking block, so that all of those gunshots were showing up in real time and not it's all on set.
Ooh.
Because Michael Mann's a king.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, the only good person probably could say that. Because Bill O'Reilly is the worst. All right. Our next episode is that Break movie that we already recorded. And spoiler, not great.
Yeah.
I forgot we watched it, to be honest.
Yeah, we just
I
told
remember
Kate we
the
watched
terrible
Frozen.
music. Yeah.
Yeah, Day of the Dead. Way better music than that Break movie.
100%.
Yes.
Yes. Very good music.
No contest.
Yeah.
All right. I hope
You don't
Biocop, the
break.
TV show, happens.
Yeah.
And why, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to say but why, but